Yeah. Love. To Allah we belong. To Allah we return. Know the struggle is real. Even you start where you gon' earn. Every soul gon' taste death. Until that day, I'ma still be riding through in that spaceship, yelling, don't quit your day shift. There was times when I copped some bullshit for real, just fit to rock. Had to leave it overnight on the windowsill. There's a pecking order.
Yo, welcome to NXT. I'm D-Walk. I will be talking to you about NXT. We gonna talk about No Mercy, how No Mercy went off, and to me, No Mercy. I was well happy, surprised. I mean, it was good. The whole thing was good. So I was well surprised. Even with the kickoff. The kickoff was real nice. Starting off, I was well pleased by it. Overall, yeah, I was pleased by it. But we gonna start off the kickoff with uh, uh, Davenport versus Kalani Jordan. I mean, it was a good match, but it goes to Davenport. Davenport take off for the pin, and then we go to after the kickoff. We go to Braun Breaker versus Barry Corbin. That match right there, it was dope. I mean, it was a heavy match in which they both got their shine to it. And I mean, I was shocked by it. I mean, I didn't think like Barry Corbin would take the win, but it was an interference. But it was an interference from goddamn, what's we call his name is uh Invisible Guy. Can I get you just one time for the one time, bro? But it was
What up?
who was that interference dude? Who was this manager by that interfered in the Braun Breaker match?
There was a manager that interfered. Again, I don't watch NXT that much, but
who was that dude that he with the stairs in the head?
I'll check it right now. I'll just check it out right now. Interference. But either way, keep going with that. Keep going. I'll find it right now.
When he stabbed my man in the head with the chair and he's supposed to be hurt, so called.
I'll check it right now. I'm Googling it.
But the match goes, he jump and interfere, and Braun Breaker catch him, and Braun Breaker throw him out the ring, and he runs to Barry Corbin. Barry Corbin hit him with the end of days.
Okay, got it. Robert Stone. That's his name. Robert Stone from the Robert Stone brand.
Yeah.
There we go.
And but it ended up being, in the days, and Braun Breaker lose. So the comment is, where do you see Braun Breaker going? What will happen to Braun Breaker? And like, was that a good thing or a bad thing for Braun Breaker to happen?
It was a bad thing because Baron Corbin doesn't need another win in NXT. He has a whole bunch of them for the last 10 years. So wasting the rise, and maybe they're thinking, okay, maybe we got to take off the shine off Braun Breaker, make him lose a couple times, and make him have stuff like that. But either way, bringing someone else.
Oh,
Joe, I'm gonna tag you in on this one. Check out Joe BNCO tomorrow for PW Wrestling Talk. It's gonna be spicy. But a question for you while I get out of here. Hurting or helping Braun Breaker by Baron Corbin beating him and Robert Stone, your thoughts?
I feel like Braun Breaker has done his time in NXT and needs to be off of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he needs to be up on the main roster, and he's been taking silent shots at Roman for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
And the fact that Paul Heyman is going to be in Braun Breaker's corner, man, this would be a good opportunity for Heyman to turn on fucking Roman. This would be the time. Braun Breaker's young. He's hungry. He's can be the next big thing. With Paul Heyman's help, the sky's the limit, man.
I agree with Joe. Imagine Braun Breaker's still young and he get attached to Paul Heyman. Imagine how crazy. And he might even beat Ric Flair record.
It's going to be Brock Lesnar all over again.
Yeah, but he might even beat Ric Flair record. I mean, I could believe it. That'd be crazy. And it's dope because we see that. We seen it when it started. We might not be there here when it ends, but we seen it where it started. That's dope.
We'll be there when it ends.
I mean, you never know, bro.
Yeah, we're always there when it ends.
Here's a question for both of you guys. This is a really long version of NXT time, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special guest coming soon. Is that a good or bad thing that Braun Breaker might be categorized as the next Brock Lesnar? Because we know the track record of Brock Lesnar. He's a good fighter, great wrestler, all that stuff. But he is so spaced out between months and years, and his attitude changes as if the seasons. So add to the fact that Braun Breaker is Steiner blood, and Steiner blood doesn't really like to take orders from anybody.
No,
depending on the mood. Would that be a hurt or a help for the future? That's a question for both of you guys.
I mean, I can't see it as helping because early in Brock's career, he was hungry and he was visible.
Yeah.
He didn't become distant and more spaced out until his second run with the company, when he was more special. Because you don't want your big attraction being on every single show.
I agree.
You got to space it out. That's the good thing that's another thing about like UFC and boxing. They know they have big things. You know, you don't see Floyd Mayweather having a boxing match, every single night. Bless you. Bless you.
My bad. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Like
you don't see Floyd Mayweather having a boxing match every single night. He has a boxing match once a year, once every 2 years. So it's special. When you get to see him fight, it's something special.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was like that too.
Yeah.
You didn't see him fighting every day. It took a year, 2 years between fights. Even though they were usually 90 seconds, but Mike Tyson was the guy that the pay-per-view had to start making it $9.95 a round versus charging for the whole boxing pay-per-view because Mike Tyson was beating people inside 3 rounds.
Hey, so do you remember when this off subject? Do you remember when Mike Tyson used to fight? And like 30 seconds, ESPN would go across on the TV screen and says Mike Tyson win by knockout.
Yep. And
people was paying $60 per fight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man! See, and that's how old we was, bro. People don't know about ESPN.
But that's when we go back to the question of Brock Lesnar and Braun Breaker. You want to have an attraction.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar built his reputation and became that main attraction because of UFC and because of football, and because of Japan, and because of his first run with WWE. He became this huge, bigger than life superstar. And I use that term very, very, very strongly because he is a superstar.
Brock is a freak of nature. There's nothing that wouldn't. Everything he do, like you go past his background, like he farm. He don't watch TV.
There'll never be another Brock.
No, never, ever in life. If you got a chance to witness Brock Lesnar through the childhood OVW all the way to WWE, you would appreciate it. Brock is a beast.
I did.
Somewhat.
Now, Braun Breaker can be that guy, but the problem is that they need to get him the hell off of NXT because you have him dropping matches left and right. He's losing match after match after match. And I understand you're trying to build up other people,
Yeah.
but you're making the wrong guy lose matches.
He shouldn't have lost to Baron Corbin. He shouldn't have. Not, not move to the main roster. Don't make him lose.
He lost to Melo twice, too.
Yes.
Bless you, D-Walk. Now, here's the question. If he was going to go up to the main roster, who is the first 3 people he should fight in order to get to Roman? The main point of Braun Breaker's legacy is to not dwindle in IC, US, or tag teams. You're going for the fucking gold. Scott Steiner didn't do tag teams. Scott Steiner didn't do IC. And damn sure your daddy did. All he ever did was fight Chucky and lost. Okay? So be better than your dad.
Look, all you have to do if you're Braun Breaker is go right to SmackDown. Go right after Solo Sikoa.
I say top 3. Top 3 contenders. That'll kill everything. You start from 3, go all the way to number 1, and then you do champion. I mean,
I think he should be. If they want to do it fast. If it's Roman, if Roman is still champion at that time, I would have him beat Solo, have Jimmy interfere,
and
then have Braun Breaker challenge them both to a handicap match. Have Braun Breaker destroy both of them by himself.
But why not do?
And then have him stack them, pin them both, and then look at the screen and say, "Roman, I'm coming for you." And then have them set up a match with him and Roman for the belt.
But why not do a? You remember when Big Show and Brock Lesnar wrestled, and Paul Heyman turned on Brock Lesnar?
I mean, that's what they're gonna. That's what I think they were gonna do. I think they're going to do that, but I think they're going to do that in the after he beats both of them. I would say have him beat both Solo and Jimmy in a handicap match.
I mean, but Paul Heyman
turn.
Paul Heyman is going to be on NXT for Braun Breaker. We're saying like it's that push right there. You know
like I said, he's been wearing down the competition. He has been picking at Roman steadily, silently on screen. Dressing like Roman with the tank tops and stuff, and wearing the tank top that says "best spear in the business."
It is, and his spear actually is. He do look good.
Quietly jabbing at Roman for 6 months. So I just think that it would be better.
That would be dope match. I could see that. And the particular, like, you could see it though. Like, Paul Heyman is a snake anyway. I mean, like, I love Paul Heyman. He's a great character. Like, he plays a great snake perfectly, though.
Yes. Paul Heyman, and a lot of people say Braun Breaker can't talk. He can talk. But putting Paul Heyman with him just makes it easier for him because you're taking the talking aspect away from Braun Breaker, and he can just do what he does best: beat the shit out of people.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing I want to talk about. That's a good point, Joe. What happens when you pair Braun Breaker with Heyman, which probably is going to happen anyway, but Braun doesn't let Heyman talk one damn second. He just says, "Hey, this is Braun Breaker. All right, shut up, Heyman. All right, Because again, if you want him to make him like Steiner, and it's great to make him have a valet with him, but Steiner doesn't like other people talking for his ass. So if Heyman's the perfect fit for Braun Breaker. It's like Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte in 48 Hours. It might be a good mix-up in the first movie, but then you got the second movie. It's not that great.
Hey, that second movie is dope. I love it.
I don't know about that. That's the opinion. I'm out of here.
I like another 48 hours. Another 48 hours was dope.
Yeah, it's a classic. Hey,
Damn
just
right
like
it
that. Hey, this is another thing off the subject. How they say life was not a hit in the movie theaters. I look at it and say that's bullshit. Life was a fucking hit. The
I
movie
enjoyed it.
Life?
I went to theaters to go see it.
Yes. They said that movie was a flop. I don't believe that. That movie
You
is my
know,
all-time number one.
Speaking of Braun Breaker,
Yeah. No,
uh,
okay, yeah, my bad. I
but
thought
let's
you said
let's go back to the announcements that were made for NXT next week. D-Walk.
that. Okay.
They announced for next week, Cody Rhodes is going to be on the show with a special announcement.
Well, you
Hold on.
give me your reason. What's the announcement? I
Hold
just
on,
want to know.
wait. This is the funny part. So they announced that, and then they announced that Carmelo Hayes announced that John Cena will be in his corner against Braun Breaker. Wait, hold on. At the end of the show, we find out Paul Heyman is going to be in Braun Breaker's corner. So there's that.
Back
And
to
we also learn next week that it's going to be Asuka on the show.
Wow.
Versus the Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, Roxanne Perez. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. You know what's really weird? That one guy. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna say his name yet. Not yet. It's amazing that one guy goes to another company, and 4 people have to go back to a company that haven't gone ever in a long ass time. This is fucking weird, bro. Oscar hasn't been there in years. Cena hasn't been there since it was called OVW. That's how long it's fucking been.
No. The prototype.
The prototype. And yeah, exactly. The prototype of OVW. Triple H, if he comes out with a statement saying, "Oh, we're not really, this is not really a competition, it's a company," then why the fuck did you send 4 people down there if you're saying this is not a competition, bro? Visible Man out.
You're literally sending 3, 4. Well, 2 of them aren't Hall of Famers yet, but they will be. Heyman will definitely be a Hall of Famer for sure. And you're sending John Cena, who's I don't know if he's Hall of Fame or not, but he will be. You're sending all this firepower down there because AEW is going to be on Tuesday that next week. Championship Tuesday, Tony Khan's birthday.
Okay.
So to combat that, Misfit Nation, what's going on? Onyx Blade, what's up? To combat all of this, you're sending all of these people down to NXT to try to combat ratings and steal ratings.
Right.
It stinks of desperation.
Yeah.
It smells so horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It is a bad look for WWE when they are this hard up to get ratings for your show.
Yeah. That's
I'm going to DVR it and watch Dynamite Live to give them the ratings.
Yeah.
This way I can go back and watch NXT afterwards, but I'm just going to DVR it.
Don't give him a pity view. If you're going to watch it, watch it. If you're not going to watch it, don't fucking watch it. Don't give him look, Cena's only going over there. Welcome to NXT. It's cool. Someone that's an up and coming heel is going to come in. Oh, you're Cena. Look, I wish someone in NXT has the balls that Grayson Waller did and do the same thing he did, as in bring the music out and get the cameraman to go back and forth like crazy. That's all that matters. And then Cena comes to the crowd because he was there the whole time anyway, and he'll tell him like, "Hey, why'd you take my music and stuff? I was gonna come out like I was just talking to all right, you know what? Hey, oh my god!"
Or you could do,
and he'll leave.
Or you could do like WrestleMania the one year and have him sitting ringside, just drinking beers and getting drunk until Undertaker shows up.
Why not? That's living the life. Doesn't matter.
Okay, this off the subject. Dream match. What is your dream match?
My dream match?
Your dream match.
I never thought about it.
Give me a dream match.
I never thought about it.
Mine was mid, like Sting and Undertaker in a prime.
I mean, that's good, but it's just you're saying
That'd be
dream
dope.
match. Does it matter if it's dead people?
No, it don't matter.
If we're going by dream matches, and everyone down in the comments, Onyx and Misfit Nation, hopefully we'll see you soon, Misfit. Leave your comments. What's the dream match that you would like to see now if you had a la Rocky 6 when they show the computer generated match, which by the way, I'm still waiting for that fucking movie to come out, the computer generated match of Rocky fighting all these classic people. I mean, anyway, I'm digressing. I would like to see, let's see, John Cena 2015 versus Ciampa. Just Ciampa, but vicious ROH Ciampa when he was doing those knee things in the corners to women. You remember that? Like he got a lot of flack for that shit. He's like, yeah.
Onyx Blade, is that match going to be on OnlyFans?
Let me see. I don't watch much wrestling. They have dream match. I guess Nikki Bella versus Stacy Keibler. Oh my god, no, thank you, man. I would actually throw mud on the screen to cover it up.
No. If it's on OnlyFans, it'd be all right.
No, it'd be on OnlyFans. It'd be the service to OnlyFans. That shit brings it down points. Come on, Steve. Fucking, they'll botch. They will botch a fucking anything match on OnlyFans. I bet you. But either way, okay. Let's go to dream. By the way, shout out to DIY and everything else coming online. I mean, becoming a team again, because obviously, someone's a little scared about someone being on AEW. But we'll get to that another time. Let's continue on. Go on, Mr. D-Walk.
Other than that,
yeah. So I don't know. Dream matches I would like to see. I mean, I would love to see I don't know, man. I just think of Japan, and I think of Mexico, and I think of the United States, and I think of all these places, and I think of Canada. Like,
so you think AEW doing everything right?
Yeah, I think AEW is doing things right, and I think AEW is trying to build more bridges than they are burning them.
Yeah,
and I feel like WWE, I feel like they've burned more bridges than building. I feel like they're just trying to isolate themselves on an island.
Yeah.
Now that Endeavor is part of owns WWE, I think that may change. But I don't know. That we have to see what happens, because it just happened. So we got to see what happens. But if they're smart, Endeavor will work with the other wrestling promotions and try to sway talent one way or another, like share talent.
Yeah.
Like AEW does with New Japan, ROH, sometimes Impact, sometimes NWA, I believe. But these are things that should happen.
Yeah.
And if WWE does them, they'd be in a better place. Tony Khan's like the United Nations of wrestling right now with AEW. It's like the UN over there. And then you've got a WWE that's on their deserted island with no bridges or boats or anything there.
Yeah.
But the desperation on WWE is a terrible, terrible thing. It's not a good look for them. It's something they should have tried to avoid.
And it's on Triple H's shoulders.
Yeah.
Trying to promote Endeavor and USA, going back to USA again. This is sad.
Too, Alex.
Hold up, D-Walk. Go on, Joe.
It's Endeavor's fault also, because Endeavor is pushing the envelope, and Endeavor said that we want NXT to be the ratings to be as good as Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
they want that so elevated.
Yeah, and you can't have that on, and NXT has never been on the level of Raw, SmackDown.
But that's what they want.
That's what they want, but that's not like there's no And I've told this to D-Walk. I don't know 90% of anybody on the roster on NXT, and none of them make my fancy to make me watch this every single week. 2013 to 2019 was the only time I ever watched NXT religiously because it made sense. Now, with the Flash and the Razzmatazz, why the fuck would I watch it? No, you're muted. There you go.
I was talking to my daughter. That's why.
Oh, fuck, that's okay.
I was just muting out of respect to everyone. Yeah, and I get that. I get what you're saying. And there's a couple people on NXT now that I enjoy watching. Braun Breaker is one of them, obviously. Yeah. I enjoy Braun Breaker. But Baron Corbin is I don't dislike Baron Corbin. I like Baron Corbin.
Right.
Ilya Dragunov is amazing.
Amazing, man. He killing it. I can see him. I can really see him being a champion nobody could be in a long, long time, bro.
Carmelo and Trick are okay. And like Tiffany Stratton I like Tiffany Stratton. But I'd like to see more out of the women's division. I want to see more come from that. I know Nikita Lyons is about to come back.
Yeah, what you think she gonna do?
She that women's division is gonna get tore up. I think she's gonna be hungry.
Heel or face?
She should go heel.
If she go heel, she got to face who? Like
Becky.
You could see her knocking off Becky.
Yeah,
I could see that. That'd be dope.
That's the one you want. That's the one that everybody wants to see win the championship.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Now with all that being said, that should be the future. That could be. You already talked about maybe 8 to 9 people. Those 8 to 9 people should be the stable to make NXT the same level as Raw and SmackDown. Again, there's not a lot of people that watch Raw and SmackDown. It went up. It went up from 637 to 865,000. That's a good bump. That's not a consistent bump. That's a nice raise in things. I think, sadly, and we'll get to when you get to the main event, I think it's correlating to this as well. So continue.
We talking about Dirty Dom?
Yes, we're talking about Dirty Dom.
Yeah. Hey, why he went so dirt? Why so dirt, man? Come on.
Now, again, you have to look at this now from a logistic and a business standpoint.
Yeah.
Not as a wrestling standpoint if Endeavor wants it to be as Raw and SmackDown. Dirty Dom, I think, is going to be the champion. And spoilers, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Blade.
Dirty Dom
Have a good night.
Man, can I say something? Fuck that motherfucking everything. That's how I feel, all right?
All right, listen here. The only reason that Dom won the championship back, this is the whole reason why the title change happened. And that is because they are trying to build animosity between Carmelo and Trick to build up a feud. That's it. And when Trick wins and beats Melo, that will be it for Melo. I think that'll send him to the main roster.
And I just keep going. I have a counterpoint for this, which is something that I just found out.
But this is why I feel like they had Dom win the title back. Because Melo said, hey, you can't do it. He's like, well, I didn't really mean that. He kind of backpedaled a little bit. And then he's like, he's like, I want to be, I want to come out with you and help you. And he's like, no, I don't need it. I want to do it on my own. And because of that, he lost the championship. Yeah. So all those things that Melo said now came true.
Yeah.
So now Trick's in his head now, and Melo's going to be like, I told you, man, I was just trying to help. And I don't think it's going to work out. And then they're going to start butting heads. They already started butting heads because they wanted to go after Ilya for the NXT World Championship. Both of them. And pretty much Melo said that he wasn't ready.
Okay. Now, this is what I have to say on this. Now, to my understanding, Trick Williams had the belt for only 3 days. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and part of my language, and we're cross promoting on Joe Biancio's show and my show. Well, that fucking sucks because it's basically like if Trick and Carmelo were Gargano and Ciampa, and the main goal was for them to get to the end. Guess what happens? You'll get shit for the end. But ladies and gentlemen, Someone else came in that I need to go. A very special friend from Florida who did not come to Puerto Rico, did not see the beaches and the mountains, and needs some sun because he's a white ass motherfucker. Christian the Don, welcome.
Oh, wow.
Holy
Hello,
shit!
my friends. Hello.
The ghost lives.
Joe, how you doing? Haven't seen you in forever. Thought you
Doing
were a
good,
ghost.
man.
Nice, man. Coquito, my friend.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you? I saw you stole one of my compadres.
Of course, man. Showing them around the beaches, showing them around the mountains. Got him a little toasted. He was having fun.
He's supposed to be coming in. He sent me the invite to come in.
Of course, this is not
guys.
my show. This is NXT time with D-Walk and Joe Biancio and myself, and just guest stars, and as well as yourself.
By the way,
D-Walk,
sorry. Let me show some respect. Dennis the Menace. Never talked to you before. How are you, sir? Wanted to introduce
good.
myself. A friend of Alex is a friend of mine.
Yes, yes, sir.
And like I said, I'm the invisible man, so I'm gonna be in the background from now on. You guys ask questions. We were talking about Dirty Dominic winning and Trick Williams only having the belt for 3 days. So you can have your thoughts on that. Joe, go nuts, but be nice.
Okay.
Be nice. You don't have to be nice to me. Come on. I'm a rude asshole online, so I can take it. You know that. Actually, Joe, I do want to disagree with you on something. But we could do this later. Is your AEW take? I think I have some pushback on that. But as far as Dom, greatest heel in the business right now. You can't deny it. The guy has heat. You could call it go away heat if you want, but I think the thing is I had a conversation with a friend of mine about comparing Dominic to MJF as who's the top heel. And I realized the same things you give MJF credit for being a heel, and like he plays his character outside of or off TV, and he really lives his heel gimmick, and he puts all this into it. Dominic does all the same things. I've heard him on like radio stations talking about how much he hates his father. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It's like there's like a point where sometimes I'm like, and I'm a wrestling fan for 30 years. I go, does he really hate his father? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying Dominic has to be considered up there. And the fact that he can't even cut a promo, he doesn't even have to. He just gets thrown out. It's come on, bro.
He doesn't even have to do anything. He just walks up, puts the mic to his mouth, and everybody starts booing sod. You can't even hear him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's amazing. It's
crazy.
I like what they're doing with Dominic. I think that he is getting better on, not just on the mic, but I think he's getting better wrestling every single week.
Yeah.
Every time I see him wrestle, he gets better and better and better. He's like when The Miz first started.
Yeah.
When The Miz first started, everybody hated him. Nobody liked him. I even didn't like him. I thought his wrestling was shit. But as I watched him progress, I was like, he just kept getting better and better and better. And I was like, wow, he is really good. I was like, he's underrated.
Well, do you think some of that may, like, the heel gimmick kind of alleviated some of the pressure of like having to be great? Because it was basically him having to live up to his father. And then once he broke away from that, he's like, okay, I could do my own thing. I don't have to wrestle great because I'm a heel. And then in that, he kind of developed. That's kind of the way I perceived it.
I feel like he was able to relax more.
Yeah, exactly.
No stress. He was away from his dad, so he was a lot less stress.
Right. And it also, I think for the fans, it kind of like, it stopped patronizing us where we had to pretend he was a great wrestler. And now that he's a heel, we're like, we could hate him now for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Hey, he's living the dream, he's living the gimmick, and he's doing a damn good job at it. And I praise him for his work. And I think he's doing a great job, especially cheating. He's getting very good at cheating.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. He's really got the Eddie thing going on for real.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I couldn't even stand him, but he's starting to rub off on me and everything. I'm like, man, I started to like this motherfucker. Like, yeah, I'm digging it. Yeah, I'm digging it.
Now, Dennis, I don't know much about you. Are you like somebody who kind of gravitates more to the heels, or is Dominic breaking sort of a pattern for you?
I don't know. I probably had to say Dominique breaking the pattern for me. I'm like, I jump on heels or I jump on faces, but I'm either or, like whatever is like good. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Entertainment is entertainment. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
both. I like both, but I'm a heel guy through and through.
Yeah, same. I hate to say it, but I just heels crack me up, and I realize the necessity for them.
The more of a douchebag you are, the more I like it.
Yeah, and there's a sort of reality to that where, like in real life, I kind of find that where sometimes you see the person that comes towards you, and you're like, oh, this fucking guy again, and then you
Yeah.
kind of enjoy his company after a while. He's funny. He doesn't
Yeah.
care.
Cool. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. I don't know. Real life is one of those things where you're like, oh, this douchebag, and then you get wrestlers, and it's like, oh, I was like, he's a real fucking asshole. I was like, I could probably be good friends with him.
Go grab a beer with him.
Go have a beer, asshole.
Oh, can I throw in a dream match? Because I heard you guys talking about it earlier.
What's that?
One just for shits and gigs here. I'm gonna throw in this one.
Okay.
Grizzly Smith versus Jake the Snake in a death match.
Isn't that
Oh,
bad?
wow.
And I want a circa Jake the Snake at the worst.
Is Grizzly Smith his dad?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, wait a minute.
Wow.
Father versus son?
I want a completely coked out Jake the Snake versus his father.
Wow.
Top that. I want a completely cracked out drunk Jake the Snake.
No, I got one better. I got one better. The Brooklyn Brother versus the Repo Man.
That actually makes sense logically.
How about Brooklyn Brawler versus Doink the Clown?
Oh man.
He have to stare himself in the mirror.
Hell no.
How about Owen Hart versus a pull cord? Oh
wow.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh my god, I had to come in for that one. You motherfucker. Damn.
Rematch of the century.
Falls count anywhere. Technically everything.
Damn.
You can get that kind of content only on Kayfabe Kartel, ladies.
I thought you were going to say Owen Hart versus a ring pole.
Wow. Joe. Wow.
I'm sorry. I derailed it. I think a really good dream
you went
match.
dark, bro. You went so dark, bro. No, you went dark. Like we just had sunny lights and sunflowers in there. You just went like lightning and thunder, bro. What?
It was like a funny joke, and I had to like
Oh,
stomp on it.
wow.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Here comes my tag team partner.
Going, y'all.
What's
My
going
tag
on?
partner's on hiatus.
The brother Wanda. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good here in Puerto Rico right now. Still enjoying the little scenery I got over here for the last night.
Nice.
Nice. Getting it in, huh?
Yeah,
Word.
Enjoying the scenery, or I'm not going to go there.
The ladies, huh?
Yeah, a whole lot of them.
I thought he was enjoying stepping between the women's legs.
Okay, to give everyone reference, he's talking about the booties and asses and titties and where Wanda is, and I can confirm it's pretty badass. Yeah, exactly. He knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Video coming up, the drive along with Wanda around the town, showing him the mountains and everything else coming soon. Everyone, hit that like, subscribe, and welcome to the Kayfabe Cartel with collaboration with NXT Time with D-Walk.
Yes,
and
sir.
the PWF.
Is it a juvenile video over there?
Yo.
Yes. So now, since everybody's here, it's time to have a wrestling talk and a wrestling discussion. So Joe and D-Walk, take it away. What we talked about.
Yo.
So what do we? Where do you want to talk? Where do you want to start at?
What we going? We finished off
Edge.
at.
We started with Edge and we work it backwards. Edge
All
and
right,
then
start with
Cena.
Edge and
Let's ride with
AEW.
who did not see that coming?
I think we all called that. I think everybody did.
I'll be honest, I was a little surprised. I thought Edge was just gonna wrap it up.
Really?
Yeah.
for real.
Just like a game changer.
Nah.
To wrap up his wrestling career 25 years without ending it with his friend Christian? That's ridiculous.
And you're right. When you put it that way, it makes sense.
It's like Matt or Jeff ending their career without each other.
Yeah.
Just like Devon and Bubba Ray, they're about to get their legend deal with WWE.
Yeah.
After.
They're back together now after 7 years in Impact. I heard they're free agents though. They're taking bookings.
Yeah, I heard that they were getting the legend deal with WWE for sure.
So you're talking the Hardys or Devon?
Dudley's.
Dudley's.
The Dudleys. The Dudleys, they
those
got
guys
Don't sign it.
so the next game coming out, they on there.
Beth Phoenix signed it, and now she's stuck there. Can't go be with her husband.
Yeah.
Well, does Beth Phoenix like want to leave?
I'm sure she wants to be with her husband, man. Like she likes being around him.
She
He likes being around her.
She recorded the "You Think You Know Me"
Yeah.
song.
My question is, how was he under contract on Friday, yet he was in Seattle filming his intro for AEW?
That's crazy.
Yeah, they gave him the whole little vignette and everything. When did he have time to record that?
He did it on Friday. He said it at the media scrum. He said he flew into Seattle Friday, and Darby took him to some sketchy ass places to film the vignette.
Now, his contract, that was right after his contract ended on the day, right?
No, his contract didn't expire until Saturday at midnight.
Yeah.
He said he flew there on Friday and started filming.
I mean, maybe WWE just gave him a little leeway.
I don't think he gave a fuck about WWE at that point.
Yeah, I'm sure WWE's like, we're not going to sue Edge for
Did you watch the media scrum?
No, I didn't.
MJF brought up Edge, and he's like, I know some of these people, and he started talking about it. He's like Edge, and then Tony Khan's like, whoa, we can't say that.
Well, it's because Tony Khan is in reality, he's more than likely paying Edge like $200,000 a year just to do a couple matches a year. Like, I don't think
he's full time now.
Are you sure?
And they announced it at the media scrum. Edge has been Adam Copeland is full time. He'll be on every show.
Multi-year. Yeah.
Yep, multi-year, every show.
But then at the same time too, is Edge really gonna bring ratings? Because I don't hear a lot of people saying that they're gonna watch AEW for Edge. And listen, no disrespect to Edge, I like him, but I don't know if he's that guy.
The joke that's going on right now is he's gonna feel sad when he can't run from left and right to cheer on the crowd when there's only a left side in the arena at all times.
Oh my god, wait. There's something else that happened that it was really sad but kind of like realistic. When Edge came out and he came out with his debut, they turned to the hard camera. There was like maybe 35 to 50% of people on that side. That's it. So it was like a half empty arena on the hard camera, and everywhere else was full. I was like, oh shit. It was a loud pop. Mind you, it was a loud pop, but a loud pop on the side that you could see. There we go.
Yeah, the song, the fact that he has his entrance song is fantastic.
Yeah, that's great.
It's not WWE.
And they can call him the rated R superstar because WWE failed to renew the trademark twice.
Yeah.
Since 2020. Since 2020, they did not read it up.
Twice. 2013 and 2020.
WWE dropped the ball on a lot of wrestlers that could have been great. I mean, like, they didn't even have to need new wrestlers from probably like
question. Everybody here. The question is, what is WWE going to do? Because they have a lot of wrestlers that are unhappy with their booking that want out.
Yeah, I think that. I just think they're gonna leave.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, they for the lose. Drew McIntyre should be gone. I mean, they missing out. They for the lose a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah, the rumor
that they could have made that.
True, D-Walk. The rumor as well is that Sheamus wants to leave as well. And
he does.
Yeah. They're dropping the ball.
I'm about to say
McIntyre is also one of those people.
Hold up. Say that again, Wanda.
I said
Drew McIntyre.
go to AEW that has no relevance. I'm sorry, is Brie Bella.
I know. I'm not happy for Sheamus going to AEW. That's not the wow thing, but I think Edge kind of gives it a little bit more, I think, prominence. Because again, if Edge didn't come back in WWE a couple years ago, then yes, it would have been like, oh, cool, Edge is back, but we're worried about his neck. We've already seen that he can go for the last 2 years. So now that Edge is here, we have dream matches. Even though they're kind of old, we're still going to see dream matches of Edge versus Hardys. Tony Khan, who also is rumored to kind of buy NJPW, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing about that. I actually want to have your thoughts on that, Wanda and Chris, on that. Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea that Tony Khan might, not even an if, might buy NJPW?
I think he needs to figure out how to run his own company first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's as simple as that. Like
same thing. Yeah, definitely. He still has a lot of bumps and curves to still deal with AEW.
Yeah.
Turn on.
I agree with
he's growing. He's trying to grow his company way too fast. He's trying to be WWE.
I agree with you both.
The building process yet.
But the problem with that is the only good thing that will come out of it is the fact that Tony Khan's passionate about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are not passionate about wrestling. A lot of the owners are not passionate about wrestling. Some are, some aren't. Tony Khan loves wrestling, and he likes to build. He's trying to build a bigger stadium, and I get what he's trying to do. But at the same time, like you said, he needs to adjust and get AEW right and get ROH going before he jumps into another venue.
I really feel like we talk about this on our show all the time with Tony Khan. It's like a new toy. AEW was a new toy. It was all glamour. He polished it every day. He got ROH. Kind of became a little. That's now his new priority. And now if he goes to the next ever, what is in store for AEW at that point? What do you really think?
To what you're saying, I think there's a difference also to there being a passionate wrestling fan and a passionate wrestling or wrestler or somebody in the wrestling industry. Sure. I think Tony Khan is just a passionate wrestling fan that was able and had the means to become a wrestling industry guy. And that's where, like, I get you, but I don't think that's what's going to run a successful wrestling company, because he ends up becoming like, oh, well, I'm a fan of, the Elite. I'm a fan of Kenny Omega, so I can't tell him what to do, because now I feel like I'm telling my not mentor, but somebody I look up to, my idol, I'm telling him what to do. It feels weird.
You know what would be the best thing for them to do is the best thing for Tony Khan to do would be to take someone like Bryan Danielson and have him run the company.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody from WWE, I say. And
Bryan Danielson has been everywhere.
Yeah, but y'all, it's kind of fucked now because he's retiring in a year. He's already said it. I got one more year left, and I'm hanging out with my kid.
But that's the point. You can have him run the company and still be able to hang out with his kid. Yeah. He said his in-ring career will be done in a year.
In-ring. It will take all the nepotism out of AEW.
Yeah.
No more active wrestlers
on the board
in any kind of power position.
No.
That's WCW all over again.
Yeah.
It's Hulk Hogan all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Hulk Hogan not working for Vince. Vince was somewhat the only one that could kind of keep him in line. And Vince also was like, all right, well, you can leave. Like, he had the balls to do it.
Yeah.
He did.
Eric Bischoff was so much in Hulk's ass. If he farted, Bishop burped. That's how far he was. So it's like,
damn.
It was secondhand gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hogan made WCW relevant.
That was real time.
Yeah, this is the Kayfabe Kartel, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure this live, subscribe, and comment on their great content.
Hogan made
podcast.
Hogan made WCW relevant for a while.
Yes.
And brought a lot of big names with him.
He did.
Macho Man, Luger, Sting. Oh, not Sting, but Luger, Macho Man.
Joe, that was a different era, though. If we're talking about now, if we think of three people that if they jump ship to AEW to make a difference, for me, would be Finn Balor, one of the Usos, if not both of them,
Styles.
And I mean, if you gave a shitload of money to this guy, Roman Reigns, and
Absolutely,
I mean a shitload, at least 7 to 8 figures. Like here, boom, be here.
Can you imagine watching AEW and Roman Reigns is sitting in the crowd or jumps out of the crowd?
Yeah,
and attacks somebody?
That's fine.
It won't
And
happen,
you can't call him Roman Reigns, call him Anoy. That's fine. Just find another name.
But
Too
see,
much
Hey, can y'all imagine?
Hold up, wait, Chris, say something. Hold up, go on.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say that's where sometimes I think we miss is that Roman Reigns probably will be WWE forever until that motherfucker goes out of business.
And we thought that about Edge too.
Yeah, but no, I never thought that about
It
it.
didn't hold the fucking title for 30,000 years, bro.
Roman Reigns is going to be the Undertaker of this generation when it comes to that. He's going to be the lifer because you got to remember too, WWE was there for his whole leukemia thing. They stuck with him throughout the whole thing. They stuck with him throughout his whole push, him getting booed. Like he
You mean the fake leukemia thing?
He was the most developed wrestler in the last decade.
Do you mean the fake leukemia story when he was filming a movie?
The fake? Do you have evidence?
Oh wow!
I'm not. I could believe it.
He was filming Fast and the Furious with The Rock when he was filming Fast and the Furious with The Rock when he was supposedly having leukemia, and then he was in remission and healed inside 3 months.
I mean,
also,
Hollywood is very, very pampered, so he doesn't have to like work hard on a set.
And then all of a sudden, once the film shoot was done, he was back.
The mother from The Sopranos was half dead when they shot her scenes. Like it's not.
You know what we're really not talking about? Ultimately, everybody is that no one rehired Dolph Ziggler.
That's because he's 90-day non-compete clause. 90-day non-compete clause.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Someone put up a graphic of Dolph Ziggler sitting down, like in the same thing in the Popeyes meme, but they put Dolph Ziggler in that same spot, saying, "No one's gonna hire me." No, I'm like, oh, I feel.
AEW is already signing him as soon as his 90-day compete clause is up. Same with Sheldon Benjamin.
I was thinking about it now. Once you got Edge, it's kind of a waste of money to buy Dolph Ziggler now. For me,
but see,
or Sheldon.
Come on, Chris.
Don't you think it's counterproductive for them to hire all these WWE guys and then not take any kind of like, hey, this is how WWE did this? They kind of had this snobby attitude towards WWE. They're going to take
the same wrestlers that wasn't doing anything in WWE and make them into something.
Wait, you broke up a little, Wonder.
I don't see them taking people that weren't even in the spotlight anymore in WWE and bringing them to AEW and making it. Yeah. Last time Shelton Benjamin was WrestleMania, Royal Rumble last year.
They're talking about bringing him in too.
Okay, that's a good question. Sorry, I don't want to derail here, but who from any of these signings do you think AEW can actually make into a huge star?
Dolph, more than likely the only one.
Dolph.
I doubt it.
It'll elevate Dolph's brother, which is the point of why Dolph is going to AEW. He's not doing it for like a new. No, he's doing it for his brother more than anything else.
Dolph having free reign is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edge has free reign to do whatever the hell he wants. Again, he had free reigns to do a vignette video for himself with a guy that's crazy as fuck as Darby. And now he already told Tony Khan he has his own list ready to go of the first 10 people he wants to fight.
Oh yeah, he said that this week.
I think one lesson that we should all learn from AEW is that maybe wrestlers shouldn't have free reign.
Not all, true, but Edge or certain people,
So,
can't you wait to see like pyrotechs of him spearing somebody and sparks flying out of him? Like that's just gonna be great.
Oh,
it's gonna be amazing.
Go. It's gonna look like a bunch of Power Rangers.
A bunch of
what is it? The exploding barbed wire death match all over again?
What happened?
This Moxley Omega all over again?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like that.
Aren't y'all gonna love to watch RJ go against Edge?
Have you guys seen? Have you guys seen the Darby Allin stare spot?
Where the one he was staring at Edge?
No, where he got fucking thrown on the stairs by.
Oh yeah.
Christian.
Which one? The first one or the second one? They're both nasty.
Oh, they're stupid. What's the point?
Darby Allin.
And then I was watching Christian taking apart the ring. I was like, "What is going on here? Is the show over?"
Yeah, just helping out for
Is
the
Christian
back team.
part of the ring crew now?
No, yeah,
He's like rolling up the ring.
Yeah, someone left a comment on AEW. It's like, it's so nice of him that Christian helped the ring crew. You know, and it's the end of the show. He wants to help him out. You know, I get it. Cool for him. I was like,
Yeah.
Earn that check.
I thought he was going to take the turnbuckles off next with the tool.
Hey,
No, Alex, that's actually in his contract. He has to do that every night. He just wanted to get it done early.
But look, wait, but speaking on the sense of like Wrestle Dream, I actually watched Wrestle Dream all the way to the end. It actually was not a very great show, but out of 10, it was a 7.5, 8.
Being its the first Wrestle Dream.
Yeah,
You got Dave Meltzer in the building here, guys.
because I watched it. I didn't like the Eddie Shibata match, but I did like the MJF. He did like old school Hogan, since we're talking about Hogan. Bryan Danielson versus freaking Zack Sabre Jr.
that match was crazy.
And they did a slow mo. They did a slow mo. That was one of the craziest spots I've ever seen in wrestling. Was they did a slow mo where Danielson threw Sabre and his right ankle, his right shin, and his right knee went in 3 different directions. When he started to come down, I'm like, oh, and he's still fine, and he's still okay. That's why I like that's wrestling right there.
Kingston and Shibata wasn't
That's
bad
match
either.
of the year to me.
It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a bad match.
It was just really fast.
Yeah.
That match of the year for me. Match of the year.
Yeah.
And then the Darby and Christian match was pretty good. I did enjoy.
Yeah, that was all right.
I did enjoy all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't tell me you don't like the turtleneck
like,
spot. Where he hockeyed him with his turtleneck.
I'm sorry, but any wrestling hard on to see Edge and Sting in the ring together, it was like, oh, I was waiting for this. They just need to retire from wrestling.
That is true. Like, I wish Sting was 10 years younger and Edge was 10 years younger. That's a match I wanted to see. But now that
I said the same thing.
Sting is 62. You know Edge is going to do the spear, and then Sting is going to get up like it's nothing, and that kind of defeats the purpose. I don't want to see that in my life. I love the Arnold Schwarzenegger and the other guy from Predator handshake. Like, all right, what's up, guys? Like, that's pretty cool. But there's gonna be a match one day, and I'm fine with that. But and by the way, there were so many people crying that day in the crowd. I've seen so many videos. Oh my god! Oh my god! One video had that, and commenters like, while everyone's commenting on this video, someone should really call the doctor because this guy's having a cardiac arrest from crying and screaming so much. So I get that.
Wow.
But what I want to ask you, Chris and Wanda, do you think it's a desperate move or a counter move that Cena is coming out on Tuesday on NXT?
Not just Cena, Cody Rhodes, Asuka, Paul Heyman.
No, I think it's WWE just doing what they do. Like they're part of the roster. They're working.
They're doing it because AEW is on Tuesday that week.
That's fine. I don't see it as a desperation move. I think it may be because of AEW.
Magically, they're going to put all these people on NXT because AEW is on the Tuesday that AEW is on at the same time.
Let's not pretend that they haven't been putting superstars on NXT lately just to bring up.
Oh, damn.
Not that many.
Yeah.
Not that many, though. Damn.
They had to give Becky Lynch the title over there for something.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think WWE. It's like a tax write-off for them. I don't think they care about NXT. Like, they're
Damn.
Yeah, I think they're truly their developmental system.
Dom was carrying NXT for a few weeks, so it's like
that's Endeavor though telling them that they wanted to elevate NXT up to the numbers of Raw and SmackDown.
But what I'm saying is, how is them using their roster to work, which is what they pay them for? How is that a desperation move?
Because you're taking main talent from the main roster, sending them down to NXT, especially people like that are supposedly legends.
I understand Asuka. I understand her going to NXT to bring rating, but for me, John Cena is just trying to get them 13 weeks up and out of there. So he's like, oh, I could go back to Hollywood. They write scripts again. I'm just running this out, bro. And I'm out.
Yeah. It's definitely connected to AEW why they're doing it. I just think it's like if you can make an easy move to basically extinguish the competition, why not do it?
I don't think it's going to extinguish the competition. I think it's going to. It may sway some people, but not a lot.
Yeah, that's the idea of it.
It's not going to. It's not going to sway many people. I mean, are you going to go tune in just because John Cena's on?
Not
Honestly,
me, but maybe somebody.
I think it's like 25 more people just to tune in because of that. Because I know a lot of WWE fans that don't watch NXT. They just wait for SmackDown to draw.
This is why I'm saying it's not a desperation move. It's literally, oh, they have a show on the same night. Cena, go fly to Orlando. It's literally not desperation. It's easy. It's like squashing a bug for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see how the ratings pan. We'll see how the ratings pan out. I don't think it's going to be as high as they think it is.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I said the
maybe
numbers before. It went from 6 to 8.5 now. I mean, sorry, 857,000. So maybe this Tuesday it'll go to 1 million. Maybe because again, Cena's there and Asuka's there and Heyman's there and
Cody Rhodes
and Cody Rhodes is there. Everyone's gonna use their little Twitters. Sorry, their X's. Becky, whatever, Becky.
Don't a lot of them already live in Florida too?
Yeah.
Hey, what if Roman Reigns popped up?
Go home. Huh?
What if Roman Reigns popped up?
There is a rumor that Roman Reigns will pop up.
Oh, come on. If there's a rumor, he's going to be there anyway. It doesn't matter. So Roman Reigns is going to be there.
That means Randy's popping up.
Yeah, for fun. That's fine.
He was already spotted.
I think that Roman's going to pop up and attack Braun Breaker.
I think Randy might actually.
Hey, wouldn't that be crazy though?
That would be.
That'd be crazy.
Union special.
Because I promise you,
Roman attacks Braun Breaker.
That's either way. But let's move on to something else.
Interesting.
What are the topics that you want to talk about, Mr. Krishan, the Dawn and Wanda?
Oh, I just jumped on.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah, so whatever topics you have to offer, we're here for it.
Right.
Let me see. I have some kayfabe stuff we were supposed to do. We left, so maybe I could find something. Hold on.
Of course. Joe, you got anything?
What do y'all think about Jade Boringill signing with the WWE?
There we go.
Oh man. It's
wow. You gonna shoot straight off the gun, huh?
Yeah. Let's go. Your thoughts, Wanda?
It's the Bianca Belair replacement. That's all it's going to be. It's either just going to be her against Bianca for the next 5 months.
So a talentless Bianca.
Yeah. It's going to be Botch City all day.
Yeah,
okay.
Talented.
Who would y'all prefer, Jade Cargill or Nia Jax? Which one?
Oh, I'm going to say Nia.
See?
I'm going Nia.
I'm going Nia.
To do what with?
Wow. Y'all some cool individuals, man.
I didn't say
to wrestle.
To wrestle myself?
Wow.
Nia looks like an easier
Wow.
win, to be honest.
But I definitely I'll take Nia over Jade.
Okay.
Honestly,
Would that be the big W?
Yeah. Y'all some sick, twisted people, you know.
I honestly Jade, AEW just emulated what they were doing with Bianca with Jade. As soon as Bianca lost the title, they were running pretty much the same streak.
Yeah.
The fact that they're talking about putting her on Monday Night Raw is ridiculous.
It is.
It's just
She's not
it's
even.
a sad,
She's not even
it's a sad sound.
I wouldn't even put her on NXT to be honest. Like
They're having her go right after Rhea.
Oh my god.
She's supposed to be at the pay-per-view on Sunday, and she's supposed to come out after Rhea Ripley's match and be there to have like a face-off with Rhea Ripley.
So that kind of like spoils that she's gonna win.
It sort of makes sense because she has a buzz. You might as well capitalize, strike while the iron's hot with her.
I hope Rhea beats her. Give her her first W.
She's supposed to be in
Sorry.
The Bobby Lashley squad.
No,
The new-
supposedly
She
they
was-
changed that.
yeah. She's supposed to
Supposedly
be
they
with Bobby Lashley and Montez Ford now.
Supposedly they
Fine.
changed that, and Bianca Belair is supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
You know what's
That
funny
makes-
and
yeah,
sad?
I mean, that's a good
Go on.
fit.
I like the new Street Profits. I like the way they're kind of
Yeah.
their new demeanor. It's a little more grown.
Yeah.
It's not
I'm
fully
just waiting
different.
for
but
Montez Ford to go solo, bro. Like, what are they taking
Look,
so long to do this?
he will.
man?
He's the
Why
future,
not?
bro.
Why don't they
Can I
change
say-
their fucking music? Y'all heels, change that fucking music.
Look,
I
All
agree.
budget cuts. All
They need
right.
some gangster shit.
look.
Exactly.
What? Just
This-
throw some money, put on some Tupac or Biggie, and let them come out to that shit.
Hey, we don't
Yeah,
put
pay
brand
the
names.
license. How much could it be?
A lot. Let's not put brand names
This
out here.
bit-
WWE. They don't
this-
like brand names.
Yes.
Vince McMahon
I
do
know,
not
but
like
this been into my
Brad.
blood.
No album, he don't
That's
want.
good. That's good. That's good because Vince McMahon ain't in charge no more.
I know, but Endeavor is.
Hey, this been into my
Yeah,
bones.
Endeavor's got shit
This
tons of
been
money.
into my. This been into me for a while, bro. What do y'all think about Out the Mud, bro?
About
Who?
who?
Out the Mud.
Exactly.
NXT Out the Mud. That's what I'm saying.
Is
It's
that a thing?
it's like crime time / prime time players, bro.
They're too
Oh,
big.
damn. Oh,
yeah.
I know who you're talking
Who the fuck
Yeah,
is
they're
that?
called Out the Mud.
Yeah,
Out
He
the
just-
mud.
yeah. This called Out the Mud.
They're two big,
And that's
jacked
what I
up
think.
looking twins.
Yeah,
It's like a gangster.
they
gimmick.
got to give me
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out the Mud.
Out the mud. And is it spelled DA?
No, it's not with
Uh,
double
it-
D's like North.
And they put
Bro, they
They put
doing-
scripts. They put Reggie with them.
Yeah,
Scripts?
Scripts.
Not scripts.
Scripts a 5'2" street thug.
Scripts comes out in dress clothes now with a gold chain.
Yes.
Oh my!
Oh,
Look
I
at
gotta
this
watch
right
this.
now. This is not. They're not them. I'll tell you that.
Bro,
Scripts their manager.
prime time, man.
Two big old jacked up
Bro, they
looking
doing-
meatheads and a little bitty midget that's their manager.
Right in the middle. Like,
They
he
do
looks
crime
ridiculous.
time moves, bro. They do crime
He looks
time
like something. He
moves.
looks like something bad's gonna happen.
I mean, I still stand by Crime
Yeah.
Time wasn't that bad of a tag team.
No, Crime Time was great.
Yeah.
No, they should have
Crime
won the
time-
tag team titles.
They did.
They should have won them.
They did.
I honestly
What?
The
don't even
WWE
remember
tag
the
team
name.
title.
Yes.
When?
Back when they were wrestling for WWE. Come on,
Really?
Mm.
Didn't they steal the
I don't
titles?
remember that
I'm
one.
not joking. I think that
Hold
was
on,
the-
hold
Yeah, I
on.
thought they stole them.
They were typical gimmick.
Of course they stole them.
They didn't actually win them. They stole them.
They didn't
No,
win
I
them. They
believe they
stole
won
them.
Yeah.
Okay, so there, technically, yeah, they won them, but by
Hey, that's a
stealing
win
them,
where
they
I
won.
come from.
Poverty.
Wow.
All right.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Wow.
There you go. There you
So
go.
the 5-finger
Something
discount is
crazy.
free. Is okay, huh?
Yeah, in life.
Nah. I
Yeah,
just-
they never won the titles at all. I'm
I didn't
looking
agree
at
with that.
Damn.
I was looking it up right now.
Wow.
I got my hopes up and everything.
it. Crime Time
Destroyed.
Hall of Famers, bro. Chad goes down as a Hall of Famer.
Well, he is.
And yeah, after the fact.
It said
We got a Warrior Award. It wasn't really the Hall of Fame, but
says they won. They won in 2007 OVW the Southern Tag Team Championships.
That don't damn fucking count. Okay, so they never won the belt.
Hold on, wait.
yeah, they won OVW, SWF, VIP, and WWA, ACW, and NWA.
It sounds like a bunch of bootleg titles.
Wow.
Except for NWA.
He won the
NWA, the other
WBW
ones are like
title.
that.
Hey, so, hey, real topic, real fast. How do y'all feel about Matt Sydal?
Matt
Say that
Sydal.
again?
I don't know much about him. Matt Sydal.
Oh, Matt Sydal. Oh,
Yeah.
What? He's old. He does a couple flips.
He's an asshole.
I know, Joe.
Oh, you have
And
a story?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If anybody in the wrestling business should get hurt, I hope it was him.
Oh,
yes,
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah, for real.
Joe has a personal beef with Matt Sydal, a justifiable beef. So that's
Hey,
why I'm like,
2-time personal beef.
letting him do it.
2-time.
2-time, yep.
Hey, me and Joe roll together, bro. Like, yeah.
Oh, you have beef with him too, Dennis?
Well, his homeboy, his brother, my homeboy. So
Ah. Oh, I didn't know you
It's
were
all
plugged into
connected.
the
My
wrestling business.
my buddy that
man.
remember my buddy I told you about, Krishan, that passed away.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he talks shit on a podcast on a podcast about him and how he hurt his brother and he was reckless and all this other stuff. And they said that he was the guy told him that he was paralyzed, and he's like, well, that's what happens.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, you fuck up and you get hurt.
Fuck. He's reckless.
He's like, you fuck up and you get hurt.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. And then he slipped a couple times, had a somewhat rising in AEW. Now I think he still works in AEW, kind of like in is it even dark? Is there even a darker elevation anymore?
No, they got rid of it for Collision.
That sucks. But then I don't see his ass on Collision either. So that's well. We can talk about the future of now, the future wrestlers of now, because we can talk about Nick Wayne and Action Jackson, which is just names that make no sense. That are not doing
Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus.
I want them to do more with Luchasaurus.
I need Luchasaurus to go.
He needs
Go
to
where?
stop being a dinosaur.
He needs to stop being a dinosaur.
Go where?
Just stop.
He needs
What's he
to
gonna
be
be when he's not a
dark.
dinosaur?
Dark.
How do you go dark with that though? Like without it looking ridiculous.
Wasn't he tag team with Jungle Boy at one point?
Yeah, they were champions.
Now he's out. Yeah.
He's been TNT champion and tag team champion. The only thing he hasn't won is the world title.
He already got the Kane Pyro and everything. So
You can't be a heel named a Luchasaurus. That's too.
Oh no, okay.
It's
If you want to go dark, just call him Cthulhusaurus.
hey,
There you go.
It's
Give
like,
him a
hey,
little bit.
I'm a heel. My name is Ronald McDonald. All right.
Okay. Hey, it works for Doink. I'm not gonna crap on a guy who looks like a clown or looks like a dinosaur.
He was an evil ass clown.
That's actually a
Clowns have
phobia.
better-
A
Clowns
phobia is being scared of clowns. Go ahead. Sorry.
clowns have the image to be a heel.
Yeah.
They could be bad clowns or good clowns. Usually when we see clowns on TV, they're portrayed as bad people anyway.
A dinosaur can only be scary if it's actually a dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do we do? Get him an inflatable dinosaur costume?
What is he going to
No,
do?
just do
with
something.
someone
Oh,
called we just need to get someone called the Meteor to go against him and just like, well, that's
I think he just needs to ditch the mask and just be called his real name.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, that was
like,
Have him come out in a suit with his hair done and shit, like in a ponytail, professional. Kane the Destroyer, what is up?
or go Dungeon of Doom with it. You like make him fall into a vat and then he becomes something different.
A dinosaur.
yeah.
A scarier dinosaur.
A bird. I
Have
don't
him turn
know.
into a real dinosaur.
I got it. He has to get the actual body modifications where he gets fucking horns in his face.
Okay, all right.
That's the
Scales.
only way. It's the only way.
Have him do the lizarding
So he
treatment.
can live.
Yeah. If you want
So
to
he
really
can let
go,
Hellboy,
go with
huh?
that gimmick, live it.
give him some reptile contacts.
Yeah, all that. All that.
I
You
say,
got that Hellboy look.
I say have him take the mask off, give him the suit, put his hair in a ponytail, and then give him the reptile contact, so he still has a little bit of Luchasaurus left.
That's cool. I like that.
And then you can have him cutting promos and like doing things like that, and actually turning into an actual real wrestling heel, an actual real wrestler, not this gimmick stuff.
It's either got to be something like that, or you have to go in a completely different direction, just a whole different character.
He's talented, and that's the sad part.
And he's got the
Yeah.
size. He's a
Probably
monster.
about 3 more years of gimmick wrestlers before they go into like a
And
Yeah.
he can also fly and shit too. He does moonsaults and shit and dives over the top rope too.
Yeah, they're cutting out gimmick wrestlers if you think about it. Orange Cassidy, it doesn't really do the gimmick that he did 2 years ago anymore.
Right.
Like kind of after 31 matches
No.
as the Intercontinental Champion, it's like, well, fuck, man, now I gotta be a tag champion. Now I gotta be something else and something else. Everything's
He's-
kind of changing. That's true.
Well,
He's
Alex,
meant Kane jumped in and now you're talking about Pocket. God damn it.
that's
Sorry.
but you got to remember a lot of gimmicks don't really last like that. Like
Yeah.
people have
No.
always evolved gimmicks, and I think that's what a lot of these guys lack now is
Matt
evolving.
Hardy had every
Yeah.
gimmick under the sun with AEW. He did them all, and he
Yeah.
went back.
And they were all successful.
They were.
They were.
Everything
That's
Matt
true.
Hardy does is successful. Even when he was doing the stupid symphony thing with his Impact and all that, it got over and got them so many fucking ratings. It was retarded.
Yeah. I started watching Impact at that point.
I was watching Impact for the same reasons.
I was
Yeah.
only watching Impact for that reason alone because that sales like Matt Hardy went crazy and made it and letting it do it. Let's go. Like this is just insanity.
I'll be honest, I still go back sometimes and watch that stuff.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
They
just-
I think they need to do more of it.
But they tried to do their own little version of it. And it was kind of funny, but obviously now, and really, and shout out to I Hate Pockets because as Joe already knows, he called Orange Cassidy Pockets.
Fuck Pocket.
I only watch AEW for 3 things. I watch AEW when Swerve Strickland comes out because Prince Nana dances, and every dance is unique and funny.
Man, that is crazy.
It
They
is
got a whole
crazy.
trend. They have a whole
know.
trend on that Swerve. Like, man,
And you know what's crazy too? When you know that you can become a meme, you push it to the
Yeah.
max. And Prince Nana, every time, like there's actually compilation videos. There's
I sent them.
memes, like when you come out of work 1 hour early, you still get paid
Yeah.
that extra hour, and then see Prince Nana.
man. Oh my
Like,
goodness,
yeah,
that's
it's
so
crazy.
bad.
I
Hey,
know.
I
Stop playing
like
Swerve
Swerve,
and
man.
dancing.
Let's go.
Sneaky Swerve.
I like Swerve. Let's go.
And I like wrestling now for the fact that at least Ray Phoenix is the Intercontinental Champion. So shout out to Ray Phoenix. He fucks up his shoulder every 2 weeks, but fuck it, let's go.
International champion.
International champion. Sorry, I keep calling it Intercontinental. And the third thing I like- I forget, my bad. And the third thing I like is that MJF, we're almost to January in 2024. He still is the champion. He still is the champion, and he has said it on multiple interviews. He will not accept any deal unless it's 7 figures.
Yeah,
He's already admitted that shit.
he should. I mean, like, he worth it. That
Question
man.
for both of the. Thank you, Dennis. Question for the Kayfabe Cartel. After all this shit's happening, do you still think he's still going to WWE? They're gonna give him the 7 figures, no matter what. No matter what, if he goes that way.
Both
But
companies
he's
will
still
give it to him.
Wanda, I'll let you go first.
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
No sound.
Oh, no sounds. You ain't got no sounds.
Maybe I'll jump in if he's
You hear
One
me now?
sound.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
There you
All right, cool. I was saying, I could see him going to WWE, getting the same 7 figures he was going to get with AEW. The only thing I think he would put in his contract too that he has to get that Cody Rhodes treatment. If he doesn't get that same pop like Cody Rhodes did, the same rise, the same limelight, I think he'll just stay right where he is with AEW.
I think he'll get. I don't think he'll get the Cody Rhodes treatment because he's never been there, but he'll get a good push in lieu of the 7 figures. I think he'll get 6 because I think it's still out for question on if he would be able to capture the WWE audience. I'm not saying I don't think he could. I'm just saying I think WWE feels that way.
I think he's one of the only AEW guys that are like main roster AEW that has never been in WWE. They'll give him that chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Consider he's going in AEW now.
I'm just saying for the money, I don't think so. I think they'll give him the opportunity.
Never
but
will
not
give him
for 7
9.
figures.
And definitely
Mine-
give him 9.
Listen, I see him going to WWE. My only issue with him going to WWE is the fact that he can't be himself.
Not
Yeah.
all the way, but for seven
Yeah.
figures or close to seven figures, I'll be myself as much as I can. Honestly.
His first 4 months, he's going against the Miz, bro. Him and Miz is going to go back and forth.
No, they're too much alike.
No,
And,
they're
I,
not.
and I think there's a
No, they're not.
no. Hold on. I think there's a chance because you guys all sleep on the Miz that the Miz could actually hang.
I
with
don't sleep on the Miz.
MJF.
I like the Miz.
No.
All right, I said you guys as in like the wrestling collective.
Yeah.
Label that on you.
Real quick.
But
Yeah.
I think the Miz could actually show up MJF. I think there's a chance at that.
It could be.
Miz is a monster on the mic when he gets fucking passionate.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah, I agree.
You saw what he did. You saw what he did against LA Knight a few weeks ago.
Jeez.
He's been destroying LA
I mean-
Knight on that whole feud. He destroyed him in the promo battle.
I mean, that's the second closest thing I can see to MJF is the Miz.
Alex, why do you say they're not the same? Or not the same? Why do you say they're not similar? Because I don't think they're the same, but I think they're similar. I think they're
I don't
two.
know, I just
One's
I guess
a rich
MJF,
the other
MJF,
one-
because MJF, if you let him go, you let him off the leash, he will
Yeah.
get vicious. Miz can get vicious, but in a WWE PG-13 sort of like almost at the borderline rated R type of content, MJF will go NC-17 real quick and
Right.
low
Yeah.
in the first 30 seconds, and that's just his warm up. If you give him
The Miz, they
that's
call
what
it
I
nobody.
mean.
I think the Miz, and that's why the Miz has a chance of actually destroying MJF because he knows how to work in that system. MJF is going to be so reserved because he wants to drop the F bomb. You know what I mean?
True.
And he can't do it. So
But imagine if the Miz go raw. If they imagine they let the Miz go completely raw.
Could be.
Here's the
Do you
question.
not think the Miz doesn't have that in him that he could go off on like how
He do.
MJF does? He just
Miz
doesn't.
too.
He only did it once with Bryan Danielson.
No,
But
Miz
if
is-
he goes against MJF, for example, he needs to go completely uncensored. He needs to because MJF.
Yeah.
That's
He
the
just
thing.
got
WWE
paid almost.
won't
He got
allow
paid
Miz to do
exactly. He
that.
got
Miz
paid
is
close
like-
to 7 figures. He's like, this is my time to talk against a guy that's supposedly like the guy's guy in WWE. I'm gonna go 100%.
Yeah.
But
He
Miz
better
is,
come back
Miz
at
is
him, too.
Miz is very smart though because he knows because of the comparisons over the years that how important the first promo battle between him and MJF would be. It's almost like the battle for the king spot of the top heel kind of thing.
True.
You know what I mean?
It kind of reminds me of Jericho and Rock when Jericho first showed up on WWE.
True.
Yeah.
That was almost a 20-minute promo back and forth.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Plus,
That was crazy.
it also depends on location because what if Miz and MJF do it around MJF's hometown?
Well, that would be the smart thing to do.
That would be the smart thing to do. So, like, Miz will have to go extra hard just to go against the guy in his hometown with hardcore fans because no one likes him in America except for his hometown.
Yeah.
They're starting to like him now because he's becoming a babyface like Hogan style. But we can all agree in the last 3 years, every town has booed his ass except for his hometown or his home state.
Yeah, Alex,
That's
though, the difference though is that WWE sees the money, and I think the money is in MJF being a top heel. So him getting cheered in his hometown is kind of valueless, I think, to WWE. They want him to get booed. The fact that Miz gets booed in his hometown shows what a heel he is.
True. MJF can become a heel real quick and on a flip of a dime. That's easy. Like
Yeah.
all you gotta do is just plant a baby in the audience and he'll just mess up a baby right there. Boom, right there, heel.
Even
Why
if
would
he
you want
comes,
to do
Yeah.
that, though? That's the thing.
if he comes in there as the AEW guy, anti WWE, I'm just here to fuck shit up. It'll work for him as heel.
Yeah.
Holy shit, he'll become his own Punk by irony.
Yeah.
There's another topic.
Oh, go on, Joe. Bring it in.
CM Punk.
Oh.
Let's talk about
pipe
CM
bomb.
Punk.
Oh
Let's talk
man.
about CM Punk. Let's talk
Why
about
you
the
want to
fact
do
that
that?
Can we
he said,
review
and
his UFC career instead?
And I quote,
whatever you
Oh
prefer.
wow.
hey, at least he
talk
made
about
an,
Wow.
hey, at least he made an attempt.
Fair. Go
I
ahead.
wish the
Go ahead.
411.
He made it further than Riddle did.
I do respect him for
What?
the attempt. You're right.
Riddle couldn't get past the drug test.
Oh,
Wow.
it.
Wow. That's man. I thought, but what? What's the 411, man? What you
So
being
CM
negative right
Punk
now?
made a comment, and he was on these. I forgot the name of the show, but it was one of them UFC style shows, and he was an announcer, and he made a comment, and they said, "So what are you up to?" And he's like, "Well, I'm free for about the next 2 months."
oh yeah, I did hear that.
So at that time, it was late September, mid to late September. So he's free for the next 2 months, which would push it right about to exactly the time when Survivor Series in Chicago.
Yeah. I guess he's going to be there.
So do you guys think that he is signing with WWE?
Yeah.
Probably going back to Fox Sports.
I
can't see him back in WWE.
I don't think he goes back onto the WWE's.
There's no chance. Well, there's no Vince stopping it no more. This is Endeavor. Dana White likes CM Punk. Dana White has a decent relationship with Phil. And Dana White's one of the main ones that runs the TKO brand. This is another thing. And then also HBK made comments of how he would love to have Phil on NXT when they asked him. And he's like, but I don't think they would put him here. He's like, but I would love to have a guy like Phil. I can see myself in Phil, a lot of similarities that we both have in each other. And he's like, I've never had a problem with him.
Yeah, he's like CM Punk didn't need cocaine to be an asshole. I want to figure out how he did it. But here's
Sonny. He used Sonny.
Oh boy.
A lot of Sonny.
Oh wow.
She was the mule.
And Sonny used alcohol in a vehicle.
I don't think I think CM Punk's too much of a liability to put in any locker room, and I think that's how WWE is probably looking at it.
So you see the problem with that. The problem with AEW is Punk was there wrestling on an every week basis. WWE, you can have him on a limited contract to where he only has to work a limited number of shows. You only use him for special events.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to be there as much.
But I don't believe
WWE. What would he do? Like where would it start? What would be
Royal
his
Rumble.
first?
What?
Well, Survivor Series will be the first one because it's in Chicago. It's in his hometown.
Wait. Before you even go there, you have to first analyze: is CM Punk even an attraction that he can wrestle 4 times a year, and it's a big deal?
I mean, I feel like he can be. I feel like he is. He garners a lot of viewership.
I don't know, because I also don't know if he can even go anymore. Like
okay, so
knees went kablooey in his last 2 big matches.
Think about this. Think about CM Punk coming out at Survivor Series, making just coming out at Survivor Series randomly to his music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he comes out with a bag and has the AEW title with the X on it. And they have to blur it like they did with Flair. And he cuts a whole pipe bomb promo about AEW and then drops the fucking title in the trash on Lunger Play style.
I think that would be great, but again, not something WWE would do.
But this is a different era, though. You have to think about that, too. It's not the Vince era no more.
I think it would happen in the Vince era. I don't think it would happen in this era.
I think it will, because I think Endeavor, I think, is gonna be more edgy.
Yeah, but I don't think WWE looks at AEW as competition. I don't think they actually think about it like that.
I think Endeavor sees them as competition.
Okay, you might be fair. That might be a fair point. They might just be looking at anything wrestling as competition.
That's how I see it. I mean, that's how I would look at it if I'm a business person. Any other promotion is competition because they're taking ratings from us. Or they could possibly be taking talent from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would you think that if they're getting rid of talent at the same time? I think it's a little more nuanced than that.
Yeah.
Because WWE could theoretically have anybody they wanted. They just got to wait for contracts to come out, throw some feelers out,
And throw shit tons of money.
Yeah, I think if you're a wrestler, I think most wrestlers want to be in WWE or at least go there at some point.
At least once in their career.
Yeah.
At least once.
Yeah, there was a meme that was out the other day. There had different wrestling federation contracts, and which one would you sign? And everybody said they would sign a WWE one because regardless if it was a 4 or 5 year contract, anybody else will pick them up after that because of their time in WWE. So yeah, I could see.
Yeah, right. Like for instance, I was watching Maven on his YouTube channel, and he still wrestles.
Why? Okay.
Yeah.
Because of his WWE career, he still gets booked somehow.
Hey, but you also see like he having all this secrets he coming out with.
Yeah.
Like everything, like yeah.
Maybe
He's revealing money.
good.
He's revealing money and shit too, and how much money he made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's pretty detailed on everything. He's a good storyteller too.
Yeah, he detailed on all
I
that.
think WWE should re-sign him personally, just as a backstage personality.
As a mentor.
He seems like he knows his shit, and I mean, he seems like he's got his head on his shoulders.
Very smart dude too. He knows how to talk. Knows how to communicate. Yep.
I feel like he'd be good for the back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Same reason why I feel Shelton Benjamin should get hired by AEW. I feel like he should be a backstage person / trainer.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say right there. That I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, put him as a wrestler." I'm like, no, it's fine.
No.
Benjamin's a wrestler. Thank you, no, thank you.
But
bye.
Sorry, Alex, go ahead.
No, that's it. I just don't want to see Shelton Benjamin or any of the other guys that get kicked out or women in AEW. Edge for me is all you need. Boom, take Edge for now, for at least a year. Put him out there, shine with the other wrestlers that you want to shine. That's it.
No, I'm just saying Shelton could be a trainer. That's a backstage person.
That's fine.
I think whoever's in the backstage, it doesn't matter if your company doesn't have a direction. You gotta have a direction to where you're like what your company is.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're telling people like, all right, for instance, who's the people who book the matches, who kind of give them which I don't even know if they do that in AEW.
They do.
Do they?
They do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher Daniels is the backstage booker and talent relations.
And Pat Buck.
And Pat Buck as well.
Yeah, so it's like if there's no like real story to a lot of this stuff, it's like, what is your booker doing?
Yeah, just putting matches back and forth. That's all. And that's true. AEW doesn't have a lot of stories. They have maybe 1 or 2 main stories for the next 3 or 4 months, and then side stories like weeds that pop in and out, which is fine. Sometimes you get some magic, sometimes you don't. I mean, the Julia Hart thing against Chris Statlander, for example, was a good, quick storyline that came out of nowhere. She made her own vignette. The match was actually fucking good. And Joe knows this. I've been shitting on Julia Hart since she started.
I've been telling you she's been growing.
Yeah, people are actually saying this is awesome. I'm like, yeah, that's actually what this match deserves to be called. This is awesome. Holy shit. You know?
Yeah, Julia Hart has come a long way, and she's learned a lot over the years.
No, for real.
That's improvement. So imagine Julia Hart going to WWE in 2025 with some credibility behind her. And now I can say, yeah, she can actually go to WWE, make some money, because I'm not going to call her a piece of shit. I'm not going to be like Jade. Jade goes to WWE. I'm like, that's a waste of fucking money. Someone's going to get fucking hurt. She can't wrestle for shit, and you've wasted time. Julia Hart,
she's slow.
And she's slow. She can dress up. She can cosplay like the rest of them and like the best of them, but that's it. Wow.
Quit talking about my future ex-baby mama.
Baby mama needs to get better fucking wrestlers.
Future ex-baby mama.
Yeah,
WWE hired a fucking Roman statue.
She's gonna pop you in the neck. Watch.
This is what I believe in. Just my
Build a statue with one bad leg that falls on people.
Hey, real shit. I want to thank y'all for coming on my shit, bro, because, like, man, I had a blast on here, bro. Thank y'all all for popping on
And
my shit, bro.
what NXT? Have you guys watched NXT?
I've watched clips, but not.
Some
Yeah, I
of it.
watched the highlight.
All right, I'm going to get everybody's opinion on this. What do you all think of the vignette for Brian Pillman Jr.?
I saw it.
I don't know.
Alex, did you not see it?
Wait, I thought isn't his son in still in AEW?
No, he's
No,
in NXT now. He's going to make his debut
He
soon.
got let go.
Now, if I remember correctly, wasn't the vignette him like watching old footage of his father or something, and then
He was watching old footage of his dad, and then he was watching football from the Bengals, and he was watching like this and that, and then they show him with the tiger shirt and with the leather vest.
Yeah.
who?
So he's going to be doing the loose cannon gimmick.
I don't know. I don't know
They also-
enough about him to know if he could pull it off, but he has the
Okay.
look.
Oh,
at
he
least.
He has
can.
sparks of it. He
Okay.
can. He can. No, I can vouch for this. And Joe was gonna say it too. He can. There's sparks of it. There's sparks of his dad. There's sparks of his insanity there. But once I found out right now today at this moment that Brian Pillman Jr. is NXT. One, why the fuck are you in there? You should have went to NWA or Japan. And two,
Yeah.
you better if you're gonna bank being exactly like your dad, you better have a script for at least 2 years long to make sure you got everything on deck. At least 2 years long. Your dad wasn't crazy off the seat of his pants. Your dad was crazy because he was smart and he thought about shit.
I think.
Yeah.
Can I say what? This
on,
is my
Chris.
theory, real quick, and it kind of it
Yeah.
connects to this. Is I think what WWE is looking for right now, and Endeavor, I guess I got to start adding that in, is they're looking for name value.
Yes.
Is what I believe. And they're looking at it like, okay, do they have a name? Do they want to be in wrestling? And if they don't know how to wrestle, we're going to teach them how to wrestle. Look at Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, all these like names they brought in. I think the Pillman name has some weight in wrestling still.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So they're gonna like they might treat it like a Dominic. He may do it and fail, and then when he fails, they'll do something else, and hopefully that'll be the thing.
Yeah.
Like they're going for legacy, name value. If you're a fucking star on YouTube and you have enough followers, they'll put you in the ring.
True. And to say this, Pillman is not like Orton or a Sami Zayn type wrestler that he can do matches like. No, he's a standard wrestler. He has copy moves like his dad, so he has to focus more than 90% on his vocal. He needs
to damn near copy the gimmick.
He needs to put everything in the gimmick because again, his wrestling is just standard. He's always been a standard wrestler. As a tag team, when he went against MJF, when he went against a couple, they've given him pushes in AEW. I remember they gave him 3 pushes.
But the matches were good.
It just didn't work. Exactly. It just didn't work. So that's all I want to say. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it right here for now. Backstage talk is going to be exclusive for us only. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Krishan the Don, for passing by and enjoying the content that we do in the NXT time. Tomorrow, we're doing PUWF Wrestling Talk. All this shit we're talking about here, but uncensored because that's the way we are. And Mr. Wonder, I'm enjoying that you're enjoying Puerto Rico and all the love behind it. Yeah. I'm glad, I'm going to say this now. No one has stole your car. No one has robbed you or tried to take
Damn. Yeah, I have a funny story. Damn. I think I was about to get robbed, but
see?
We're going to talk about that in the backstage.
I told you.
You never said it was perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Stay healthy. Stay happy. D-Walk, thank you for doing another great show. Like always, remember, Wednesdays at 9, NXT time with D-Walk. Thursdays at 9:30, PUWF talk. And remember, this is the PUWF. Shut the fuck up or get the fuck out. Good night. Yeah.